Archon Types. What are they? Why are they in the game? You may have heard this term a few times in my videos, or while you're, on Discord or Reddit or watching other people's YouTube. You may have heard them talk about how a unit is a certain Archon type, and if you're a new player, you may not have any idea what it is. So you start to research. You go into the game and you see if the game has anything on it, and you realize how shit the game design is in Grand Summoner, because they don't tell you shit.
Get the fuck out of my library!
Archon types, to put it simple, are any source of Archon that is categorized into a typing. That's pretty much the best way to put it. Some Archon sources are actually exempt from the Archon typing, which are like burst Archons, Usurpa, Weaver. Units like that give burst of art gauge, they don't matter at all to the Archon types. But units that do matter to the Archon types is anybody with overtime Archon. This includes Finn, Dark Finn, Decelia, Norn, and the list goes on and on and on and on. The reason why this is important to you because Archon types don't stack with each other sometimes, and you could wind up having a team with two Archgeners that are both type B, and you're not actually getting two Archgen buffs, you're only going to get one. So let's break down the Archon types for you. You have type A, you have type B, and type C. You also have different typings as well, which is EX1, EX2, and EX3. I know it's a lot, but let's break it down like this. Group A consists of Finn, Lozi, and Dark Finn. Group B consists of Sunji, Xenon, Palamecia, Saitama, Norn, Vit, Swick, Rosetta, Alvina, Zex, Ashtoto, Senthina, Darkcilia, Lisa, Samire, Melty, Baku, Kurama, and Yusuke. Group C consists of Leon, Liger, and Hame. The EX groups consist of Malim, Sonic, Coco, and Delia. Not Delia, but Dudley. Group EX2 consists of Mako, Berwick, Lion, Nyes, Rimuru, Shiki, and then Group EX3 consists of just Goblin Slayer. So, what does this mean to you? As long as the units are in different Archgen groups, they can stack with each other. Like, for example, Finn can stack with Sunji. Finn can also stack with Palamecia and Norn. However, Finn cannot stack with Dark Finn. So that's why it matters a lot. As long as you're using units in different groups, then you will get multiple Archgen buffs. Now, there are units that are exempt from this. Like, for example, Mako is one of them, because these guys are playing the game how every Archgener should probably play the game. They can stack with every unit in the game apart from themselves. So if you have two Makos on the team, they both pop their true arts, only one of them will actually give you the effect of the true art. So then with Berwick, if you have two Berwicks on the team and you pop both of their normal arts, they both will give you the burst Archgen from his normal art, but they will not give you the overtime effect of his normal art. So hear me explain that. It's probably confusing. So let me put it in very simple terms. As long as units are in different groups, they can stack. The only units that are exempt from this rule is the people that are in EX2. If they're in EX2, then that means they can stack with every unit in the game. You don't even need to worry about Archgen typings. Just know that they cannot stack with themselves. Now, moving on to why I hate this system. One of the reasons why I hate this system, because nothing in game even tells you or even hints at Archgen types. And I feel like it's a really big part for a new player, because you may get Finn and you also may get Dark Finn, and you wind up using both of them on the team. You're not gaining tons of art gauge because you're only getting one Archgen buff. That's a really big problem. And I definitely feel like from a game design standpoint, it's just a very poor decision that that's not in the game. Of course, that's a lot of things with GS. There's just a lot of information that's not in the game that should be in the game. And I definitely hope in a future update, they will actually add the grouping to everyone. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like it. Second reason is because it limits us as a player base. To an extent, this makes its own tier list in the game, because not every unit can stack with other units. This will make the players choose other units over pretty much majority of the roster when it comes to Archgeners. Like, for example, I have Mako. Why would I use any other Archgener in this entire game if I have Mako? I have Mako, I can use Finn, boom, I'm done. I don't want to switch out at all, and I don't need to, because that's how broken it is. Because if I switch out to another unit, it's like, oh, I can't use Dark Finn with Finn. I can't use Lozi with Finn, so screw that. But I can use Norn with Finn. But wait, Decelia's on my team. I have to think about that. Decelia's on my team, so I don't want to use Norn because Decelia and Norn are stacking. They're not going to stack with each other. So it's like, oh snap, okay, let's bring it back. Well, then why not use Rosetta? Oh wait, now I'm still in the same pickle because I need to drop Decelia even more because Rosetta doesn't stack with Decelia's Archgen. And you see, it's that. It's very stupid, and I wish they would kind of just move it to every unit stacks with each other as long as it's not the same unit. If not, then add something in the game, bruh. Like, this is poor game design. This is a pretty crucial part to GS as well, and it's not even told anywhere in the game. That is Archon types. Hopefully that was pretty easy to understand. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. But yeah, man, if you have any more questions about Archon types and everything, leave a comment down below. Or of course you can go to my Discord and ask in there. For the most part, this current list is pretty up to date. I think it even covers most of the CTB units. So you guys should be fine always referencing this until like later on. Then once later on, you know, I always tell you guys if a unit is type B, type A, or what. But for the most part, it seems like they're leaning on most of the units coming out nowadays being type B Archon. But guys, it's gonna be it for the video, man. Thank you all for coming out. It's been your bro P. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, man, don't forget to drink water.